hello, gentlemen. What if I told you just 3 minutes with coffee could keep you active, focused, and energized for up to 5 hours, without a break, even at the age of 60? Sounds unbelievable, right? But here's the truth. Most people are drinking coffee the wrong way every single day, and that's why they feel tired, weak, or drained after a short time. It's not about drinking more coffee, it's about using it the correct way. Today, I'm going to show you a simple method, a powerful way to prepare and use coffee that can completely change how your body responds to it. No expensive supplements, no complicated steps, just a few simple adjustments that most people ignore. But listen carefully, if you miss even one small detail, you may not get the result you're looking for. So make sure you watch this video till the end, because what I'm about to share with you is simple, but very effective when used correctly. When people think about boosting their energy quickly, coffee is usually the first thing that comes to mind. But what most people don't realize is that it's not just about drinking coffee, it's about how you activate its effect in your body. Many individuals drink coffee every evening, a dry day, and still complain about feeling tired, slow, or unfocused after a short period of time. This happens because they rely on quantity instead of method. The idea of a quick energy activation through a simple 3-minute approach is not about adding more coffee, but about using it in a smarter and more efficient way. The body responds to coffee based on timing, preparation, and how quickly it absorbs the active components. When used correctly, coffee can create a noticeable shift in alertness within a short time. This is because it interacts with your nervous system, helping you feel more awake and ready to engage in tasks. However, when consumed without awareness, its effect can become inconsistent. Some people experience a sudden spike followed by a crash, while others barely feel any difference at all. This inconsistency is often the result of improper usage rather than the coffee itself. What makes this quick activation method effective is its focus on simplicity and precision. Instead of turning coffee into a heavy or overly sweet drink, the goal is to keep it light and easily absorbable. This allows the body to process it faster and respond more efficiently. Within just a few minutes, you can begin to feel a shift in your energy level, not as an overwhelming rush, but as a steady increase in alertness. This kind of response is more useful because it prepares you for sustained activity rather than a short burst of energy. Another important aspect is how this method aligns with your body's natural rhythm. When you consume coffee at the right moment and in the right way, it works with your system instead of against it. This helps reduce the chances of feeling jittery or experiencing discomfort. Instead, you get a smoother transition from a low-energy state to a more active and focused one. This is especially valuable for people who need to perform tasks that require both mental and physical engagement. The idea of achieving results in just 3 minutes also adds to its practicality. In today's fast-paced environment, people are constantly looking for solutions that fit into their routine without requiring too much time or effort. A method that delivers noticeable benefits quickly becomes easier to adopt and maintain. It removes the need for complicated preparation or long waiting periods, making it accessible to almost anyone. Consistency is another factor that enhances the effectiveness of this approach. When you begin to use coffee in a structured way, your body becomes more familiar with how it responds. Over time, this can lead to a more predictable and reliable energy pattern. Instead of depending on multiple cups throughout the day, you learn how to make a single, well-prepared cup work more efficiently for you. In the end, quick energy activation is not about pushing your body beyond its limits. It's about supporting it in a way that feels natural and controlled. By focusing on method instead of quantity, and by understanding how your body interacts with coffee, you can turn a simple daily habit into a more effective tool for staying active and alert throughout your day. One of the biggest reasons why coffee does not deliver the results people expect is because they focus only on drinking it, not on how they prepare and use it. The truth is, coffee is very sensitive to small changes in method. A slight difference in how you measure it, how you mix it, or even how you drink it can change how your body reacts. This is why some people feel energized and focused after coffee, while others feel restless, tired, or experience a quick crash. The difference is not in the coffee itself, but in the technique used. The first thing to understand is that balance matters. Using too much coffee can overwhelm your system and lead to discomfort instead of energy. On the other hand, using too little may not create any noticeable effect. Finding the right amount is important because it allows your body to respond naturally without being forced. When the balance is correct, the energy feels smoother and more controlled, rather than sudden and unstable. Another key element is how the coffee is prepared. Many people add excessive sugar, cream, or other heavy ingredients, which can slow down absorption and reduce the effectiveness of the coffee. A simpler preparation allows the active components to work more directly. When the mixture is clean and not overloaded, your body can process it faster, leading to a quicker and more noticeable response. This does not mean you have to remove everything, but keeping it minimal makes a significant difference. Temperature also plays an important role. Coffee that is too hot or too cold can affect how quickly your body absorbs it. A moderate temperature makes it easier to drink comfortably and allows for better interaction with your system. Drinking it too quickly when it is extremely hot can be uncomfortable, while letting it sit too long may reduce the freshness of its effect. Timing your consumption so that it is warm and ready can improve the overall experience. The way you drink coffee is another factor that is often ignored. Instead of consuming it all at once, taking a more controlled approach can help your body adapt better. Sipping it steadily allows your system to process it gradually, which can lead to a more stable and longer-lasting effect. Rushing through it may give you a quick reaction, but it often fades faster. A slower, more mindful approach supports consistency. Your body's condition at the time of consumption also matters. Drinking coffee on a completely empty stomach may feel too intense for some people, while taking it after a heavy meal can reduce its impact. Finding a middle ground where your body is neither too full nor completely empty helps create a balanced response. This allows the coffee to support your energy without causing discomfort. Consistency in your routine further improves the results. When you prepare and consume coffee in the same correct way over time, your body becomes familiar with the pattern. This leads to more predictable outcomes where you know when and how you will feel the effect. Instead of guessing each time, you build a reliable habit that works for you. In the end, the correct usage technique transforms coffee from a simple beverage into a more effective tool for energy and focus. By paying attention to details like balance, preparation, temperature, and consumption style, you can significantly improve how your body responds. It is not about doing something complicated, but about doing simple things in the right way. One of the most noticeable effects of using coffee correctly is the improvement in both physical performance and mental focus. Many people rely on coffee simply to wake up, but when it is used in a more structured and intentional way, it can do much more than that. It can help you stay alert, think clearly, and maintain a steady level of energy that supports your daily activities without feeling overwhelmed or exhausted. This combination of physical and mental enhancement is what makes it so valuable when used properly. When your focus improves even, simple tasks become easier to manage. Instead of feeling distracted or slow, your mind begins to process information more efficiently. You are able to concentrate for longer periods without constantly losing attention. This is especially important in situations where you need to stay sharp, whether you are working, studying, or handling responsibilities that require precision. A clear mind not only improves productivity but also reduces the stress that comes from feeling unorganized or mentally drained. At the same time, coffee can support physical stamina when your body responds to it in a balanced way. This does not mean it turns you into someone with unlimited energy, but it helps you make better use of the energy you already have. Activities that normally feel tiring may become more manageable, allowing you to stay active for longer without needing frequent breaks. This is particularly useful for people who have demanding routines or need to remain physically engaged throughout the day. The key difference here is the type of energy you experience. Instead of a sudden burst that quickly fades, the goal is to achieve a more stable and controlled level of alertness. This kind of energy feels smoother and more sustainable. You don't feel rushed or overly stimulated. Instead, you feel ready and capable. This is what allows you to maintain performance over time rather than just for a short moment. It creates a sense of control where you are not depending on repeated boosts but relying on a consistent state of readiness. Another important aspect is confidence. When your body and mind are working together efficiently, you naturally feel more confident in your actions. You are less likely to hesitate or feel unsure because you are more aware and present in what you are doing. This can have a positive impact not only on your performance, but also on how you approach challenges. Confidence grows when you know you have the energy and focus to handle what comes your way. It is also worth noting that improved focus and stamina can influence your overall routine. When you are able to complete tasks more efficiently, you create more time and space for other activities. This can lead to a more balanced day, where you are not constantly rushing or feeling behind. Over time, this kind of efficiency can contribute to a better sense of control over your schedule and rest opportunities. However, all of this depends on using coffee in the right way. If it is consumed without awareness, the results can be inconsistent or even counterproductive. But when you approach it with the right method and timing, it becomes a simple yet effective way to support both your mind and body. It is not about pushing yourself beyond your limits, but about enhancing your natural ability to stay focused, active, and engaged throughout the day. One of the most important factors that determines whether coffee will truly work for you is not just how you prepare it, but when and how you make it part of your routine. Many people drink coffee randomly throughout the day without paying attention to timing, and then they wonder why the results feel inconsistent. The truth is, your body follows a natural rhythm, and when coffee is used in alignment with that rhythm, its effects become more noticeable, more stable, and more useful. This is especially important for individuals who want to maintain energy and focus over longer periods, including those who are older and need a more balanced approach. The best time to use coffee is when your body is naturally transitioning from a low-energy state to a more active one. For many people, this happens in the morning or before an important task. Taking coffee during this transition helps amplify your natural alertness instead of replacing it. This creates a smoother experience where your energy builds up gradually rather than hitting you all at once. When you support your body at the right moment, the effect feels more natural and less forced. Another important consideration is avoiding overuse. Drinking coffee too frequently throughout the day can reduce its effectiveness over time. Your body can become less responsive if it is constantly exposed to the same stimulus. This is why having a structured routine where you use coffee at specific times rather than continuously can make a significant difference. When you limit its use to moments when you truly need it, the impact remains stronger and more reliable. For people around the age of 60 or older, timing becomes even more important. The body may not respond as quickly or as strongly as it did in earlier years, so using coffee in a thoughtful way helps avoid unnecessary strain. A well-timed cup can support alertness and activity without causing discomfort or restlessness. It allows for a more controlled and comfortable experience, which is essential for maintaining consistency in daily routines. It is also helpful to connect your coffee intake with specific activities. For example, having it before physical movement, work, or any task that requires focus can train your body to associate coffee with performance. Over time, this creates a pattern where your mind and body become ready for action as soon as you follow that routine. This kind of association strengthens the overall effect and makes it easier to stay consistent. Listening to your body is another key part of this process. Everyone responds differently, and what works perfectly for one person may need slight adjustment for another. Paying attention to how you feel after taking coffee, whether it makes you feel balanced, too stimulated, or not affected at all, can guide you in refining your routine. Small changes in timing can lead to noticeable improvements in how you experience its benefits. Consistency is what turns this into a long-term advantage. When you use coffee at the right time every day, your body begins to expect and adapt to that pattern. This creates a more predictable flow, of energy, where you know when you will feel alert and ready. Instead of guessing or relying on multiple cups, you develop a simple routine that works efficiently. In the end, the real power of coffee is not just in the drink itself, but in how you integrate it into your daily life. By focusing on timing, moderation, and consistency, you can turn a common habit into a reliable source of support for your energy and focus, no matter your age.